Hello everyone, welcome back to my NPR channel. Today I'll be discussing about all the paper that are disappearing and all that is all going online. All this paperwork that is disappearing and going online only. I totally, absolutely 100% disagree with that. Because not everyone has got a computer. But first, before I get on and more of that, let's go to what's happening. Before in the world we had paper receipts, paper invoices, paper bank statements and payslips and all that. All that is disappearing. And slowly disappearing. I think it's absolutely 100% disgusting how they're disappearing. They should not be disappearing like that. We should always continue to have invoices. We should always continue to have paper receipts. Now, let me get into more detail of paper receipts before we go into invoices. Paper receipts and invoices, let's get in more detail about them. Invoices is what you buy. So if you buy something off a website or if you bought something from a computer store, a TV store, whatever, electronic store, whatever it is, if you order it online, or say like Amazon or eBay, they normally send you an invoice. Now some of these people, especially companies, if you bought them off a company off Amazon or eBay, they'll send you an invoice. Now those invoices are slowly disappearing. I think it's ridiculous. Because if you don't get an invoice, how are you going to send item back? Yeah, you might have an invoice online, but let's say a different thing. What if you ordered something on the phone? Because you might be thinking you might argue, yeah, well, you can just print off your invoice and then send the invoice with the item back. But why should we print off invoice? So, let's say if you ordered something off the phone, maybe not Amazon or eBay because that's online only, but if you order something off the phone, they send your item with an invoice. Or, if they don't do invoices, you go to their website. Oh man, I've got an accountant, or I haven't got any sort of email or anything like that. I'm going to do it. Obviously, that way, they got to send you a paper invoice on the return item. Have you got a receipt? No. Have you got invoice? No. You can't turn the item then. Then it forces the seller to sell that item or try and give it away to someone or scrap it. Especially now, I know it's a bit of a hard one to explain. This one is, say you order something off Amazon, or no, eBay. eBay is a better one. You order something off eBay, so it sends your item. You don't receive invoice, but the item comes. A few bits are missing, oh man, your contact there, where's this item? Where's the missing pieces? And the seller replies, I haven't got those pieces. You should have them. Oh wait. And then, no, I haven't got them. And the seller oh wait, those pieces were missing ages ago. I don't know. Or maybe something like that. Because sometimes people try and scam you off. Now I've had that happen to me before now. Someone was selling something on eBay for £51. I bought the item. But it took about a day or two to come. When I opened it up, I was absolutely shocked at what I've done. I think I've been scammed. I know this video is going off topic, but I'm going to tell you about the story. This is one thing you got to be aware of. I can't believe what he's done. So, I ordered the item on eBay, 51 quid. The seller has then gone over on Amazon and ordered that exact item off Amazon for a much cheaper price. But not only that, he then put all my details. He then put the billing address to him and my shipping details to me. So it was shipped directly to me. Right? So I received that package probably about the next day, because that's how Amazon works. I opened up the package, and what did I find in the package? The item with invoice. When I opened the invoice, I saw exactly how much it was, and I saw it was exactly from Amazon, and I saw how much it was. I was absolutely fuming. So I went straight onto eBay, and I went straight to Mr. Seller, and I said to him, I would like partial refund for this now. And I calculate how much refund he on back, because I'm not accepting that. And the seller thought he had one on me, and he won. I had to let him win because I wasn't going to continue going around in circles. I don't know whether I left him good feedback or not. If I did, that was wrong with me, but it'd be bad feedback. And so, I think I did leave bad feedback. Yeah, I think I did leave bad feedback to him, because one thing is, if you haven't got the item yourself on eBay, you don't then go on to Amazon, order the item for cheaper, and then ship it straight to me and keep some money to yourself. That is wrong. I kept on asking for partial refund. And he come to me and said, well, I want you to return the item. I said, I ain't returned the item. I am keeping the item. He wouldn't listen to anything I was saying. I was keeping the item on the item, but on partial refund. Like, no, all I want you to do is return the item and we'll give you a full refund. No. I kept on saying, I want a partial refund of what you did. I've got the invoice here, and I want the partial refund of what on the invoice. But first thing he said is, he said to me, as soon as I messaged him first of all, is that invoice wasn't meant to be in there. So it was sort of like a thing that I caught him out. So that's when he tried to refuse the refund. So I thought, you know what, so that's why I gave him bad feedback at the end, and because I thought, well, I wasn't getting through to him, I wanted that item, so I kept it. But I didn't order from that seller ever again. Anyway, back to the topic of the invoice. So that's why it's always best to have an invoice. And also, this is where you can catch people out. Because if a person was selling something on eBay, and then suddenly the item that you purchased on eBay comes from Amazon, from the seller bought it off Amazon and put your shipping address on it, so it comes straight to you. Amazon leaves whoever sells on there leaves the invoice in there, in that package, ships it to you, boom. Next thing, when you open the package, you got the invoice. And like, That's why it's always best to have an invoice. Same with paper receipts. Say if you go into a supermarket to buy something, or if you even if you order something online, and then after that you got your receipt, and say if you need to return that item, let's say if it's electrical good, let's say that's easier. Electrical good, you bought the item or ordered it. You come there, you receive the package, it comes to you, and you put it in. Right, okay. You don't receive it, but however, means that person has got their receipts or their invoices, you don't have it. So, let's say you open up the package, you're really excited about getting this electronic item, you opened it up, and you took the item out and you realise there's some damage on there. Or put the item up and set it all up. Next thing you come turn on, it doesn't work. Or there's a fault with it. You then start looking around for all receipts, but then like, oh a minute, they don't receive receipts or invoices. What do? You have to contact them. But one thing is, sometimes they send e-receipts, which you got to print off. Or you got to go on your phone and download the app, and then just show them the thing to return it. Well, not everyone has got a mobile phone. So let's say this. What if you had your phone, and the next thing that phone breaks down or doesn't work no more, or you accidentally dropped it? How are you going to return the broken item that you received and then you got no phone? Wait a minute, you might have a laptop or a computer which you can print the e-receipt off. But sometimes things don't always go to plan with technology. Especially if you have a bad day of technology where none of your technology works, or that day like, great, how am I going to return this item? Don't worry, you can get around it. And especially with elderly people, how are you going to return an item if an elderly person doesn't want it? Let's go on to more like, I can see both sides of the argument going to argue with this. Now let's quickly go on to let's quickly go on to Payslips and bank statements. Now, bank statements we will need in paper, because one thing is, if there's someone, say like if, because especially then bank statements come every month through the post, but they're starting to stop that. Banks are starting to stop that and going online. I disagree with that, but I don't do online banking. I might have a bank account, but I don't do online banking. Because I mainly rely on bank statements coming through the post. Because I like that. But my bank forced me to go online. Put my bank statements online. So, you know what? I am not looking at them. I refuse to look at them. So now I be careful what I spend. Until they realise that I'm not viewing my bank statements online, they'll then start sending paper ones. What I think they might do. If they don't, I'll contact them. But to me, why go paperless? If you have a paper bank statement, and say like if someone tried to for a fast one, and you got in a situation where you might have sent some money to a scammer or bought from a scammer, which then got your card details and started going and spending all your money or taking all your money out. At least then you got a paper bank statement on. Or if you had a virus on your computer or some sort of, one of those viruses that people then steal your bank account numbers and all that, password and that. So then, say they take your bank statement. They then get your bank details, you know what, I can spend all this money. You then go, and it's just near the end of the month that happens. And then at the beginning of the month when your bank statement comes through, and then you look at it and they're a minute, I don't remember buying anything from there. I don't remember spending that much money. You'll then immediately think there's something wrong. So then you can ring up your bank, or go to see your bank straight away, or even go online to see what's going on. Or you can freeze your card, because sometimes some banks have the freeze card option. You can get the scammer stopped as soon as possible. But sometimes I think funny is if you bought from a scammer and the next thing your card is just about to expire, as soon as you know that scammer is going to scam you, and they might just have the basic your normal card number and your end date and all that. When your new card comes through, you can just enter your new card number, as long as there's no virus on your computer. They just scam you, don't they? Because once they know that, then eventually, as soon as you put your new card in, don't activate it. As soon as you put what I would do is put your new card in on a different site, and then start using that one. And then when the scammer comes to take some money out of your account, they can't. Because that one's being declined because you already used your new card. Once they realise they can't get any more money out, they stop. As long as it's not in PayPal, then obviously you have to change your... Well, first of all, what I would do, change your card, like I said before, do it on another shopping website, spend something, and then they can't spend more money on your PayPal or anything. Change your password, so then they can't steal your password. Or close it, I don't know. You do whatever feels safe. I don't know what this video is starting to be. Right, wages. Payslips. Right, okay. Why would you have online payslips? Not everyone has got a computer. Same with bank statements. Not everyone has a computer or laptop device to look at their bank statements. Especially elderly people. And this is where bank statements and payslips should still come in. Even though you can probably you can argue, yes, you're at work and you can get your payslips online from work. But then yet again, like I said, if you haven't got any computer at home, or if you don't use any sort of technology at home or whatever, then obviously that's okay. I think I'm rambling on too much. Basically, the thing is, I want paper bank statement, paper payslips, paper receipts, and paper invoices back again. There'll be part 2 of this. I'll be going on to a different. It'll be like part 2 of of this, because obviously it'll be why they're getting rid of the paper, but also what other things are changing. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, please like the video, comment, leave your own opinions, discussion, debates and all that, and let me know if there's anything I missed out or misexplained. Let me know that. And also subscribe to the channel, and Also hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And without further ado, I'll see you in my next NPR video. Bye.